Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
What is your full name?
My name is Divyanka Sharma and you can call me my first name Divyanka.
Let's talk about accommodation. Do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in a house. It has a 4-story building. It has 6 rooms and 4 bathrooms and 2 kitchen as well. And it has a very big garden at the back, and which I usually go there to plant trees, fruits as well as vegetables.
Which room do you like the most and why?
I love the two rooms of my house. One is my own room and the second is my study room.
Why?
In my room, I just in both the rooms, I usually get the vibes of peace as well as very like I have a very good books collection over there, and went there, and it's basically are just a like as we know, books are the friends of human beings. So I usually go and to get relax and as well as to get a comfort.
Which room do you spend most of the time?
As I already mentioned, my own room and the study room, I spend my most of the time, as it gives me a peace, and books are my friends. So I just go there and get a huge amount of knowledge from them.
How did you decorate your room?
I usually prefer a spick and span room, and I love these purple and white colors. So I decorated my room walls with with the pink and white paint, and I have made crafted decorative materials which are hung by me on the walls. And I usually made a very decorative mirrors by my own. Like I usually scripted, and I know how to embroider it well. So I love to decorate my room.
Let's talk about reading. Do you like reading?
Well, definitely, being a background from medical, I usually love to read books, as it gives me a wide variety of knowledge, and it provides me enhance my vocabulary as well as to get the knowledge.
What kind of books do you read?
I usually prefer to read books about the dentistry, as I belong to that field. So I basically refer to the author Meg Cardian, and he always gives me his books always give me a wide knowledge about my field, as I got to know about that how to deal with the patient work, as well as I got a huge knowledge like about how to excel in my academics. So I usually prefer that. I love, like, on my every weekend, I usually when I get time, I usually prefer to read his books.
What time of the day do you prefer to read?
Well, being a student, I don't get that much time, but on my weekends on my weekends I usually prefer 2 to 3 hours. Like I usually spend to read varieties of books. Like I already mentioned, I have an interest in the dentistry, so I usually read that type of books, and as well as the comic books.
Let's talk about applications. What applications do you have on your phone?
Well, due to the technology, the newly applications are launching day by day. So if I talk about me, I have a WhatsApp, Instagram, and Snapchat. Like I usually preferring it these days, because from WhatsApp I usually share my messages as well as get a knowledge about the information. And on Snapchat I usually click pictures, and on Instagram I usually see the videos, that the daily uploading videos about the education as well as for my entertainment purpose.
Tell me about an app that you recently downloaded.
Last month, I remember, I downloaded the Snapchat. One of my friend told me about that. It provides a lot of filters as about clicking our pictures. So I totally enjoyed that app. Clicking picture from varieties of filters can make her pictures look very bright and as well as beautiful.
How often do you use that?
I'm being I already mentioned being a student, like doing doing 8 to 9 hours in our working. So I don't get that much time. If I say for after completing my whole work done and proper managing my schedule, I usually spend my 2 to 3 hours like for getting knowledge like about the news like through the online news channels, and as well as I found the educational channels, and I usually view the videos from where it's basically the form of an entertainment source.
Would you like to live in the countryside?
Well, definitely, I love to stay in a countryside. As we know, as we know, it gave us it provides us a lot of opportunities. Like we can stay away from a lot of pollution as we see in the countries, as well as the traffic congestion that we found. So I just, if I get a chance, I would definitely prefer to shift to the countryside.
Alright, this is the end of part 1. Now in part 2, you have to speak on a 2-minute topic. You will have 1 minute to prepare. Here is your cue card.
Thank you, ma'am.
And this is your paper and pencil.
May I start, ma'am? India is a diverse country and it has many traditions as well as customs. If I talk, as I belong to Punjab, here I would like to talk about the famous tradition in my own hometown, that is Punjabi Jutti. And it's Punjabi Jutti is basically the word originates from the Urdu, which means the footwear, and it is made from the leather, and it is basically made with the help of a skilled craftsman, and it is embedded with the stonework, and it is embroidered in the varying eye attractive colors as well, and it is made up of a fine leather. And one of my friend told me about our famous place in my hometown that where this type of the juttis are being crafted. I was so eager to visit that place, and last month I visited that place with my mother, and from after seeing the huge varieties of that juttis, I bought a 2 or 4 pairs of it, and I usually wear it on my daily purpose, as it is very comfortable and it is very beautiful, and as I can easily wear it with my different attires, and it's totally very attractive to my parents as well as my family, and they were also asking about that from where I get this. So I just like to wear it, and as it helpful for me to become attractive, and is very comfortable. Not only in India, it's also being exported to the abroad countries, where last time, if I remember, I went to Singapore, where I found the foreigners also wearing the Punjabi juttis with their Indian costumes, and I was so delighted to see that how the goods have been exchanged between the countries, and as it develops the friendly relationship as well. And I was so happy to, and when I talked with her, that she told me that she came to my hometown and she took that, and she was also very delighted as it is very comfortable for her as well, and it is very attractive for the other places, as in our hometown got the award for that because it was the only one in, like, it was a census occur in the 2001, that it was the only one famous tradition product that was exported 90% and enhanced the economy as well.
Now in part 3, let's discuss this topic. Can you tell me about a custom that has been practiced in your country that you know about?
Like if I talk about my country, the customs are very much famous in my country, as the people used to love to bow their head in front of their parents as well as the tourist place, and they used to greet the other people by bowing their head and holding their
Do you believe that people should preserve the culture and traditions of the country?
Definitely, according to my prospectus, the people should preserve it as it is basically the uproots of their ancestors, and if they should they would preserve it, and it will be definitely helpful for our upcoming generation that they or he or she should recall it.
What are the benefits of preserving a country's culture and traditions?
According to my opinion, it is very important to preserve our country's customs, as it is basically the major attraction for the tourist as well. The people coming from the faraway places, if I take an example, the Taj Mahal situated in Agra is a major attraction for the most of the tourists, and people coming from far and near places are coming to see the beauty and beauty of that place.
Who should be more responsible for preserving the country's culture? People or the government?
According to me, my opinion, the government should take a initiative to protect it, as it is basically the basically is very because it has a huge impact on the economy as well. So the people, tourists are coming from faraway places to see the various tradition and the customs of the country. So the head authorities, as the local authorities, also take a initiative that they can arrange campaigns as well as to aware the people that it's there, not only the government, it is also being the sole responsibility of the citizens that they can preserve their customs.
Should we adopt other countries' culture and traditions?
According to me, it's very important to know about the other countries' culture, but getting so much into it, I don't think so. The people should forget their own beliefs and customs.
Alright, this is the end of your speaking.
Thank you.
Now I would like to give you your feedback. In introduction part, you said in your house, when you were talking about your house, it has 4-story building. It is a 4-story building, okay? In cue card, when you started, you were talking about tradition, that it is a tradition, Punjabi Jutti. It's like traditional item, you missed that, okay? Then you said that particular item was attractive to your parents and your family. That's wrong. They found it attractive. And then again you use this, it is attractive for other places. People of other places also get attracted towards this traditional Punjabi item. Okay? Then in the last part you said people used to bow their head, people used to greet. It should be people usually greet.
Okay.
They usually bow their head. Fine?
Yes.
Used to be used for the past too. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Overall, it was really good speaking. You can easily score 7 band in real exam.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.